Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to change the secondary clutch spring in the clutches, and also we went for two good rides in the mud, and we didn't open it up and check it. And obviously, even with pre-airs and snorkel, I don't know if I do that because when I wash it, I just shoot it right on the freaking vents and don't really pay attention. But it does get in there, so you still gotta blow up your clutches and keep them clean. And we're gonna clean them up and get ready for everything for this weekend coming up. So, and this spring here was for 32s, and the one I got in there is for 30s. So I'm gonna check my belts, see what it looks like as well and everything, and then change everything up. So I'll start doing that, and we'll see in a little bit. All right, so you take 17 millimeter with an impact so you can change the spring. So you remove your tool for your belt, and I guess be a good time to you don't need to use this. You can put it helps when you put it on the proper side. There you go. That'll prevent it from turning. Start using that and washer, or the bolt and washer. Good. Here's the ITP clutch pick tool, and this should just pull right up. This will need a little cleaning everywhere. All right, guys. So now we're going to sit the clutch upside down on the clutch tool. All right, set her flat. Put a nice big washer. Put spacer with another washer so you don't hurt your socket. Because if you use this, well, there's always one that you can't get to. I'm just going to compress this a little tiny bit, and taking a T50, we're going to loosen these out. Actually, might need a little strength. Holy smokes. When all fails, pull up the areas. So this is what this tool is for, so the spring doesn't, when you take that out, the spring doesn't fall on your face. So just unscrew it nice and slow. There we go. Spacer. I just put the spacer on there so it doesn't take as much time to. Eventually the bushing in here is going to have to get replaced. This is when you can check your rollers. We put the rhinos from G-Boost. Your coupling sitting in there. It's all good. And this was for 30-inch and less tight on the belt. We're going to be putting this one in, but before we do that, we're going to clean our clutches and blow them out, so we don't need to annoy you guys with the noise of the compressor and everything to blow everything out. So we'll be right back after I blow everything clean and washed clean. Alright guys, so done cleaning the surfaces on my clutches, and now just cleaning everything else out. So putting the cup back in there, make sure it slides nicely. And now we're going to put this red or burgundy spring from G-Boost. It's supposed to have more bite. And yep. Slap the helix on top. Flip her upside down. Also, what I did to the helix is I cleaned up the edges. This is a machine cast, it's not a machine, it's cast aluminum helix. So basically what you get is, let me show you some light here, is you get a rough surface, like the whole thing, like edges, sharp edges and everything. And what I noticed is there was sharp edges where the rollers slide, and I smoothed them down the last time, but this time I smooth them even more. And if you see, there's still like little edges, and that's just going to pre-wear your rollers. So by taking them off this way here, like smoothing the edge, the roller first of all is going to slide easier, and then that's it. So it should be better. Let's see if there's markings on this clutch spur. Yeah, right here. So let's mark this thing so we know where we gotta line up. So let's see if there's a mark on the helix as well. Yes, there is. So your helix needs to line up here. And let's see if there's an arrow on this side. Yes, there is. So this one here has to line up here for balancing. So obviously we're going to put the helix first. Put the spring. Doesn't matter what side you put it on. cup. So now there's the mark. Mark's right here, so put the mark towards me. Mark towards me. There we go. Mark towards me. I rinsed them off with water, that's why there's a little bit of water in there. Washer, spacer, another washer, nut, and what we're going to do is compress everything that all the lines line up. Press it down. Three-quarter inch. We're going to put some blue Loctite on this. Okay, and these get torqued down to 45 plus 4. So we're not going to tighten these down with the impact. We're just going to screw them slowly. Once they touch, we stop. There we go. There we go. Alright, so snug this up a little bit. That's the 45. There we go. Hey Matt.
Yeah.
Can I come in here, my boy? And just holding this so it doesn't rotate, so I can get the 45 to click. Just put your, hold them my way, like pull towards my way.
Alright.
Okay? Alright, that's too tight. Just loosen it up. Hold it. Okay. Now it's loosened. Now let's get the... There we go. That's true 45. Let's check this one out. Let's loosen it up. Okay, let's get the true 30 45. There we go. Let's see if this one will turn before it clicks. Yeah, it did. Okay. Let's give her another 4. 49. All right. That's it. Thank you. So that's it. So 45 plus 4 foot-pounds, a little bit of Loctite, and we got a helix that's back together. So do a little bit of acetone on the rag, clean the surface, make sure that our fingers didn't make it too dirty. So now double check our lines. All 3 lines line up. There we go. That's perfect. So now let's put this puppy back in. All right. Hey guys, don't forget to change your nut for your secondary every time. So grab a secondary. Might want to throw some lighting on that thing. Line up the splines. If they'll line up, there we go. Check, make sure they're even lined up, because if the clutch doesn't look lined up and deep enough, spin it. Alright. Now, stick that back in there, 17 millimeter. Now I gotta tighten with this. I'll get it in there. Actually, I'm gonna make sure we're not cross-threading. Alright, so tighten it by hand, so you make sure you're not cross-threading anything. Make sure she's sitting flush bottom. Alright, so now that she's in, we'll just snug her up. There we go. Nothing crazy. We're going to use our tool to torque it down. Alright. This is $52 plus 4. Let's set up 52. Oops. 52. You want to give me a hand with that? Just push on this here in the back here. Just keep that pushed in. There we go. Okay, so now I'll do the plus 4. 50. Alright, so. Okay. Watch your shoulder. There we go. So that's that for that. So we'll be right back to put the belt on. Need a drink. All right, so we're gonna put the belt back on. Let's see if we can get the belt on at this point. So we checked the old belt. The old belt was fine. Just a little dirty on the outside. Cleaned it on the sides and everything. So you can read the numbers towards you. Start with the front. Put it in on the primary. Put the underneath all nice and in. Yes, not quite enough. All right, loosen this thing back up. Turn it till it positions itself okay. Till the belt sits right at the top. There we go. Now we'll fire it up and see if everything works fine. So the clutch opens and closes. Yep. Releases the belt right away. Yep. Right on. So I guess put the cover back on and go try it out. See if she bites harder than the first one. Because it's supposed to be stiffer. It's supposed to be better for 32. So we'll try that. So we'll see you in a bit, and might take you along for the ride. Catch you later. I didn't leave anything on the back, of the box here in the back. Up an incline with a slow gradual, we'll hear it slip. It was actually asking me for low gear. That's how much the belt grabs. It actually told me, like, I don't know if I can show you guys this. That means you got no belt slippage whatsoever. Like, watch this here. I don't know if you can see that in the gauge there. Let's press on it. It's asking me for low gear. It won't even slip with that spring. Now in low gear, holy smokes, what a difference.
Oh yeah.
Well, I put it in low gear and go up, and the thing asked me for low gear. It wouldn't even slip it. The motor, I cut out that I was making it force too much for the gearing, and it asked for low gear. That's the first time I've ever seen that. I've never been asked for low gear. So the belt really doesn't slip. So I guess changing to the proper spring for 32s made the difference, as you can see. So I suggest that if it tells you to put spring for 32, put a spring for 32, because it obviously, I've never been asked for a low gear and high. I guess it automatically spins, so if the belt slips, well, then it doesn't run out of power, right? So I guess with that spring, she's really biting hard and there's no way it's gonna slide. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, put the proper clutch kit and you're not going to have any belt slippage. All right, catch you on the next one.